Hello, my beautiful friend. Come, sit with me for a while. I want you to take a deep breath right now, wherever you are. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw soften, and know that you are in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. You found your way here because something inside you is ready for change, ready for more abundance, ready for a life filled with the prosperity that is your birthright. I know you may be feeling worried about money right now. Perhaps you lie awake at night wondering how you'll pay the bills. Or maybe you feel that familiar knot in your stomach when you think about your financial situation. I want you to know that these feelings are completely normal and you are not alone. So many beautiful souls are walking this same path, feeling this same uncertainty about money and security. But here's what I want you to understand right from the start. Your current financial situation is not a reflection of your worth as a person. It's simply a reflection of the thoughts and beliefs you've been carrying about money, many of which you didn't even choose for yourself. These beliefs were planted in your mind when you were very young, and they've been running your life ever since, often without you even realizing it. Tonight, we're going to begin changing all of that. We're going to explore a gentle, powerful practice that works while you sleep, allowing your subconscious mind to absorb new, prosperous thoughts about money and abundance. This isn't about magic or wishful thinking. This is about understanding how your mind works and using that knowledge to create the financial freedom you deserve. I've spent decades studying the connection between our thoughts and our experiences, and I can tell you with complete certainty that when you change your thinking about money, your relationship with money begins to change too. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. And it can begin tonight with something as simple as what you place under your pillow. You see, your subconscious mind is always listening, always absorbing, and it's most receptive when you're in that peaceful state between waking and sleeping. This is when your conscious mind, with all its doubts and fears, finally quiets down and your deeper mind becomes open to new possibilities. This is why what we do before sleep is so important for creating lasting change in our lives. I want you to feel safe here with me as we explore these ideas together. There's no judgment, no shame about where you are financially right now. We're not here to criticize yourself or anyone else for past financial decisions. We're here to move forward with love, with hope, and with practical tools that can genuinely transform your relationship with money. Many people have been taught that wanting money is somehow wrong or selfish, but I want to remind you that money is simply energy. It's a tool that allows you to take care of yourself and the people you love. It's a way to contribute to the world and make a positive difference. When you have financial abundance, you can be more generous, more helpful, and more of service to others. There's nothing selfish about wanting to live comfortably and securely. Your financial struggles are not happening because you're bad with money or because you don't deserve abundance. They're happening because somewhere along the way, you absorbed beliefs about money that aren't serving you. Tonight marks the beginning of releasing those old beliefs and welcoming in new ones that support your prosperity and well-being. As we spend this time together, I want you to open your heart to the possibility that things can be different. Open your mind to the idea that you deserve to live without financial stress, that you deserve to feel secure and abundant. These aren't just nice thoughts. They're truths about who you really are and what's possible for your life. Now let's begin this beautiful journey together. Let's explore how your earliest experiences with money shape the beliefs you carry today, and more importantly, how you can begin to change those beliefs starting tonight. Your prosperous life is waiting for you, and it begins with understanding where you've been so you can clearly see where you're going. Money has been part of human experience for thousands of years, yet so many of us feel confused, scared, or ashamed when it comes to our relationship with it. This confusion doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from the messages we received about money when we were children, when our minds were like little sponges soaking up everything around us. Think about the earliest memories you have around money in your household. What did the adults in your life say about money when they thought you weren't listening? Did they argue about bills? Did they say things like money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that, or rich people are greedy? These seemingly innocent comments became the foundation of your money beliefs, even though you were too young to question whether they were actually true. Perhaps you grew up in a home where money was scarce, where there was constant worry about having enough. If this was your experience, you may have developed beliefs that there's never enough, that money is hard to come by, or that financial security is just a dream for other people. These beliefs feel true because they were your reality as a child, but they don't have to be your reality as an adult. On the other hand, maybe you grew up in a comfortable home, but money was never discussed openly. Perhaps your family had a belief that talking about money was inappropriate, or that good people don't focus on material things. If this was your experience, you might feel guilty about wanting financial abundance, or you might feel like you don't deserve to prosper because you were taught that focusing on money is somehow wrong. Some people grew up hearing that you have to work extremely hard for every penny, that money only comes through struggle and sacrifice. Others heard that money is the root of all evil, or that wealthy people must have done something dishonest to get their money. All of these messages create barriers between you and the financial abundance that could be flowing into your life. What's important to understand is that these beliefs about money aren't facts. They're just opinions that got passed down from one generation to the next. Your grandmother's fear about money doesn't have to become your fear. Your father's struggle with finances doesn't have to become your struggle. You have the power to choose new beliefs, beliefs that support the abundant life you want to create. The challenging thing about money beliefs is that they often operate below the surface of our conscious awareness. You might think you want more money, but if your subconscious mind holds beliefs that money is bad or that you don't deserve it, you'll find yourself unconsciously pushing money away. You might sabotage opportunities, make poor financial decisions, or find yourself in patterns that keep you stuck in the same financial situation year after year. This isn't because you're doing anything wrong. It's because your subconscious mind is trying to keep you safe by maintaining what feels familiar, even if what's familiar isn't actually serving you. Your mind learned early in life that certain beliefs about money were necessary for survival in your family system, and it's been loyally holding on to those beliefs ever since. But here's the beautiful news. Your subconscious mind can learn new beliefs just as easily as it learned the old ones. It's never too late to change your relationship with money. It's never too late to release the fear, the guilt, the shame, or the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. Your mind is incredibly flexible and capable of growth at any age. The first step in changing your financial reality is becoming aware of what you currently believe about money. These beliefs might sound like, "I'll never have enough," or "Money comes and goes so quickly," or "I don't deserve to be wealthy," or "Good people struggle with money." Once you can identify these beliefs, you can begin to question them and choose new ones that actually support your well-being. Your current financial situation is like a mirror reflecting back your deepest beliefs about money and self-worth. If you're struggling financially, it's not because the universe is punishing you or because you're unlucky. It's because somewhere inside, you're holding beliefs that are creating resistance to the flow of abundance in your life. When you change these beliefs, your external financial situation begins to shift as well. This process takes patience and compassion with yourself. You've been thinking these thoughts about money for many years, so it's natural that it will take some time to establish new patterns of thinking. But every time you catch yourself thinking a limiting thought about money and consciously choose a more abundant thought instead, you're rewiring your brain for prosperity. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, you're going to begin this rewiring process in a gentle, effortless way. You're going to give your subconscious mind new information to work with while you rest, new beliefs to integrate while your conscious mind is quiet. This is how lasting change happens, not through force or struggle, but through consistent, loving reprogramming of the thoughts that create your reality. Your body and your bank account are more connected than you might realize. When you think worried thoughts about money, your body responds as if you're in physical danger. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, stress hormones flood your system, and your body goes into survival mode. This stress response was designed to help you escape immediate physical threats, but when it's triggered by financial worry, it actually makes it harder for you to think clearly and make good decisions about money. When you're in a state of financial stress, your brain literally can't access its highest functioning. The worry and fear shut down the creative, problem-solving parts of your mind and keep you focused only on immediate survival. This is why so many people make poor financial decisions when they're stressed about money. They're not thinking from their wisest, most capable self. Chronic worry about money doesn't just affect your mental state, it affects your physical health in profound ways. Financial stress has been linked to headaches, stomach problems, sleep difficulties, high blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. When you're constantly worried about money, your body is constantly prepared for danger, which exhausts your energy and makes it even harder to take the positive actions that could improve your financial situation. But here's what's truly fascinating. Your body also responds to thoughts of abundance and prosperity. When you think grateful, hopeful thoughts about money, when you focus on the abundance that already exists in your life, your body relaxes, your breathing deepens, your muscles soften, and your mind becomes clear and creative. In this relaxed, positive state, you're much more likely to notice opportunities, make wise decisions, and take actions that lead to greater prosperity. This is why changing your thoughts about money isn't just about improving your bank balance. It's about improving your overall health and well-being. When you release financial worry and embrace thoughts of abundance, you're not just opening yourself to more money, you're opening yourself to better health, more energy, clearer thinking, and a greater sense of peace in your daily life. Your emotions are like a guidance system for your financial life. When you feel worried, anxious, or fearful about money, these emotions are telling you that you're thinking thoughts that aren't serving you. When you feel hopeful, grateful, or excited about your financial future, these positive emotions are telling you that you're aligned with thoughts that support your prosperity. Many people try to ignore their feelings about money or push them away, but your emotions contain valuable information. They're showing you exactly what you believe about money at the deepest level. If you feel guilty about wanting more money, that guilt is pointing to a belief that wanting money is wrong. If you feel hopeless about your financial future, that hopelessness is showing you a belief that things can't get better for you. Instead of judging these feelings or trying to make them go away, you can use them as a starting point for healing. When you notice yourself feeling stressed about money, you can pause and ask yourself, what am I thinking right now that's creating this feeling? Usually you'll discover that you're focusing on lack, on what you don't have, or on worst-case scenarios about your financial future. Once you identify the thought that's creating the stressful feeling, you can consciously choose a different thought. Instead of, I'll never have enough money, you might choose to think, I'm learning to create more abundance in my life. Instead of, I'm terrible with money, you might think, I'm becoming wiser about money every day. These new thoughts will create new feelings, and these new feelings will inspire new actions that lead to better financial results. Your emotions are also powerful attractors of experiences. When you feel grateful for the money you have, even if it's not as much as you'd like, you create an energetic vibration that attracts more things to be grateful for. When you feel excited about your financial goals, that excitement draws opportunities and resources that help you reach those goals more easily. This doesn't mean you should pretend to feel good about money when you're actually worried or scared. False positive thinking doesn't work because your subconscious mind knows the difference between genuine positive feelings and forced optimism. Instead, you want to find thoughts about money that feel both positive and believable to you right now. The beautiful thing about working with your emotions around money is that small shifts in feeling can create big changes in your experience. You don't have to go from financial panic to complete confidence overnight. You just need to find thoughts that feel a little bit better, a little bit more hopeful, a little bit more abundant. As you practice these slightly better feeling thoughts, your emotional state gradually improves, and your financial reality begins to shift in response. Your subconscious mind is working 24 hours a day, processing information, forming beliefs, and creating your reality based on the thoughts you think most often. During sleep, this process becomes even more powerful because your conscious mind, with all its doubts and limitations, steps aside and allows your deeper mind to do its work without interference. When you sleep, your brain goes through different stages, and during certain stages, your subconscious mind is particularly receptive to new information. This is why many successful people throughout history have used bedtime as a time for positive programming, start placing affirmations, goals, or inspiring ideas near their bed so their subconscious mind can absorb these positive messages while they rest. The practice of placing something meaningful under your pillow works because it creates a physical reminder of your intention to change your relationship with money. Every night, as you prepare for bed, you're reminded of your commitment to creating more abundance in your life. This regular reminder helps keep your goals at the forefront of your mind and signals to your subconscious that this change is important to you. But the real power isn't in the physical object itself, it's in the intention and energy you put into the practice. When you write out affirmations about prosperity and place them under your pillow, you're not just hoping for magic to happen. You're actively participating in the reprogramming of your subconscious mind, giving it new material to work with while you sleep. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined, which is why visualization and affirmations can be so powerful. When you consistently expose your mind to thoughts of abundance, prosperity, and financial well-being, your subconscious begins to accept these ideas as true and starts looking for ways to make them your reality. The nighttime hours are also when your mind processes the events of the day and integrates new learning. If you spend your evening focusing on lack and worry, your mind will spend the night reinforcing those patterns. But if you end your day with thoughts of gratitude, abundance, and positive expectations for your financial future, your mind will work all night to strengthen those more positive patterns instead. This is why the ritual we're going to explore tonight is so powerful. You're not just passively hoping for change, you're actively participating in creating that change by giving your subconscious mind exactly the kind of material it needs to build a new reality for you. You're taking advantage of those precious hours when your mind is most open to transformation, when new beliefs can take root and begin to grow into new experiences. Now, let's talk about one of the most important shifts you can make in your relationship with money, moving from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking. Scarcity thinking is like wearing glasses that only let you see what's missing, what's not enough, what you don't have. Abundance thinking is like taking off those limiting glasses and seeing all the wealth and prosperity that already surrounds you, as well as all the possibilities for creating even more. Most of us were raised in scarcity thinking without even realizing it. We learn to notice what we lack rather than what we have. We learn to compete for limited resources rather than understanding that the universe is infinitely abundant. We learn to hold tight to what little we have rather than trusting that more good things are always flowing toward us. Scarcity thinking sounds like this: there's not enough money to go around. If someone else gets wealthy, that means less for me. I have to work harder and harder just to get by. Money is always tight. I can never get ahead. These thoughts create a constant state of tension and fear, and they actually push abundance away from you because you're focused on lack rather than possibility. But abundance thinking recognizes that we live in a universe of infinite possibility and unlimited resources. When you think from abundance, you understand that there's more than enough for everyone, including you. You realize that other people's success doesn't diminish your opportunities. It actually proves that success is possible. and can inspire you to create your own prosperity. Abundance thinking sounds like this: there are unlimited opportunities for me to prosper. I can create wealth in ways that serve others. Money flows to me easily and frequently. I live in a generous universe. Every day brings new possibilities for abundance. These thoughts create feelings of hope, excitement, and openness, which naturally attract more good things into your life. The shift from scarcity to abundance doesn't happen overnight, especially if you've been thinking scarcity thoughts for many years. But you can begin this shift right now by simply becoming aware of your thoughts throughout the day. When you catch yourself thinking a scarcity thought, gently redirect your attention to something abundant in your life right now. Maybe you don't have as much money as you'd like, but you have a roof over your head tonight. You have food to eat. You have people who care about you. You have skills and talents that are valuable. You have the ability to learn and grow. You have access to information and opportunities that previous generations could never have dreamed of. When you start to notice the abundance that already exists in your life, you create space for even more abundance to flow in. Abundance isn't just about money, though money is certainly a wonderful form of abundance. Abundance is about recognizing the richness that's available to you in every area of your life. It's about appreciating the beauty of nature, the warmth of friendship, the satisfaction of meaningful work, the joy of learning something new. When you cultivate an abundance mindset in all areas of life, financial abundance becomes a natural extension of that overall prosperity consciousness. One of the most powerful ways to shift into abundance thinking is through gratitude. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you're automatically focusing on what you have rather than what you lack. Gratitude is like a magnet for more good things because it puts you in harmony with the abundant nature of the universe. But here's what many people don't understand about gratitude. It's not just about being thankful for the big, obvious blessings in your life. True abundance thinking means finding things to appreciate even in challenging situations. When you can find something to be grateful for in the midst of financial difficulty, you're demonstrating to the universe that you're ready to receive even greater blessings. This doesn't mean pretending that financial challenges don't exist or that you should be happy about struggling with money. It means finding the gifts within the challenges. Maybe your financial difficulties have taught you to be more resourceful, more creative, more appreciative of simple pleasures. Maybe they've shown you what's truly important in life or brought you closer to people who really care about you. Maybe they've motivated you to develop new skills or pursue opportunities you wouldn't have considered otherwise. When you can appreciate the growth and wisdom that come from financial challenges, you're no longer a victim of your circumstances. You become someone who can extract value and learning from any situation, and this mindset naturally leads to greater prosperity because you're always finding ways to create value and opportunity. The beautiful thing about abundance thinking is that it creates a positive cycle in your life. When you focus on abundance, you feel more optimistic and creative. When you feel optimistic and creative, you take more positive actions. When you take more positive actions, you create better results. When you create better results, you have even more evidence that abundance is possible for you. which reinforces your abundance thinking. Scarcity thinking creates the opposite cycle. When you focus on lack, you feel worried and limited. When you feel worried and limited, you make decisions from fear rather than wisdom. When you make fear-based decisions, you often create the very problems you are trying to avoid. When you experience these problems, you have more evidence that scarcity is real, which reinforces your scarcity thinking. Tonight, as you prepare to place your intentions under your pillow, you're choosing to step into the abundance cycle. You're choosing to focus on possibility rather than limitation, on what you want to create rather than what you want to avoid. This choice alone begins to shift your energy and opens new pathways for prosperity to enter your life. The practice we're about to explore isn't just about asking the universe for more money. It's about aligning yourself with the abundant nature of life itself. It's about recognizing that you are part of an infinitely creative universe that wants to express itself through you in beautiful, prosperous ways. When you understand this truth, attracting money becomes as natural as breathing because you're no longer fighting against the flow of abundance, you're moving with it. Gratitude is perhaps the fastest way to shift your energy from scarcity to abundance, and it's going to be a key component of what you place under your pillow tonight. But gratitude for money and financial abundance works differently than you might expect. Most people think they need to wait until they have more money before they can feel grateful for their financial situation, but actually, the gratitude comes first, and then the improved financial situation follows. This might seem backwards at first, but think about it this way. When you feel genuinely grateful for the money you have right now, even if it's not as much as you'd like, you're sending a clear message to the universe that you appreciate financial blessings. When you appreciate something, you naturally attract more of it into your life. But when you focus on what you don't have, when you complain about your financial situation, or feel resentful about others who have more money than you do, you're actually pushing money away. Resentment and complaint are like walls that block the flow of abundance, while gratitude is like opening a door and inviting more blessings to come in. Start exactly where you are right now. Look around you and find evidence of abundance that already exists in your life. You have clothes to wear, a place to sleep, probably access to clean water and electricity. These things that seem so basic are actually incredible luxuries that most humans throughout history never experienced. When you really think about it, you're already living in abundance compared to billions of people who came before you. Think about the money that has flowed through your life over the years. Even if you don't feel wealthy right now, enormous amounts of money have already come to you and supported you throughout your lifetime. You've been fed, housed, clothed, educated, entertained, and cared for. Money has been serving you your entire life, even during times when it felt scarce. This is something to feel genuinely grateful for. Consider all the ways that money has been a positive force in your life. Money has allowed you to buy gifts for people you love. It's enabled you to support causes you care about, even if only in small ways. It's given you access to books, music, movies, and experiences that have enriched your life. Money has been your partner in creating joy, comfort, and connection throughout your journey. When you shift your perspective this way, You begin to see money as a friend rather than an enemy. You begin to appreciate the role it plays in making life easier, more comfortable, and more enjoyable. This appreciation changes your entire relationship with money and makes it natural for more money to want to be part of your life. But gratitude for financial abundance goes beyond just appreciating money itself. It includes being grateful for your ability to earn money, your skills and talents, your creativity, your willingness to serve others through your work. Every job you've ever had, every skill you've developed, every way you've contributed value to the world has been part of your financial abundance story. Even if you're not working right now, or if you're not happy with your current work situation, you can still find things to be grateful for in your financial journey. Maybe you're grateful for the time you have to explore new opportunities. Maybe you're grateful for the motivation to create positive changes in your career. Maybe you're grateful for the people who are supporting you during this transition time. True financial gratitude also includes being thankful for the lessons that money has taught you. Perhaps financial challenges have shown you what's truly valuable in life. Maybe they've helped you develop greater compassion for others who struggle. Maybe they've motivated you to become more resourceful, more creative, or more determined. These lessons are gifts that will serve you for the rest of your life. When you write your gratitude list tonight to place under your pillow, include not just what you have, but also what you've learned, what you've experienced, and what you're becoming through your relationship with money. Include gratitude for the abundance that's already on its way to you, even if you can't see it yet. This kind of forward-looking gratitude helps align your energy with the financial blessings that are preparing to enter your life. As you practice financial gratitude regularly, you'll notice that your worry about money begins to dissolve naturally. It's very difficult to feel anxious about something you're genuinely grateful for. Gratitude creates a sense of safety and trust that allows you to make better financial decisions from a place of wisdom rather than fear. This grateful energy also makes you more attractive to opportunities and people who can help you prosper. When you radiate appreciation and abundance, others naturally want to work with you, support you, and include you in their success. Gratitude creates a magnetic field around you that draws good things toward you effortlessly. Tonight, as you prepare your pillow ritual, let gratitude be the foundation of everything you write and everything you intend. Let it be the energy that infuses your affirmations and the feeling that accompanies your visualizations. When gratitude becomes your dominant vibration around money, financial abundance becomes your natural experience. Sleep is one of the most magical times for transformation because it's when your conscious mind finally gets quiet and allows your subconscious mind to do its deeper work. Throughout the day, your conscious mind is busy analyzing, judging, doubting, and limiting. But when you sleep, all of those mental barriers soften, and your subconscious becomes incredibly receptive to new ideas, new beliefs, and new possibilities. Your subconscious mind is like a powerful computer that's running 24 hours a day, processing millions of bits of information and creating your reality based on the programs it's been given. During your waking hours, these programs are influenced by your conscious thoughts, but they're also filtered through all your doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs. During sleep, however, your subconscious can work more freely without interference from your conscious mind's skepticism. This is why many breakthrough ideas, creative solutions, and moments of inspiration come to people during sleep or in those drowsy moments just before waking. It's also why the thoughts you think right before sleep are so important. They're among the last pieces of information your subconscious receives before it begins its nightly work of processing, integrating, and creating. When you place positive, abundant thoughts about money under your pillow, you're essentially giving your subconscious mind an assignment for the night. You're saying, "While I sleep, please work with these ideas. Please integrate these beliefs about abundance and prosperity. Please help me align with these positive thoughts about money and wealth." Your subconscious doesn't argue with you or question whether these new beliefs are realistic. It simply takes the information you give it and begins to reorganize your internal programming accordingly. If you consistently feed your subconscious mind thoughts of financial abundance before sleep, it will gradually rewire your beliefs to align with those thoughts. But the power of sleep programming goes even deeper than just changing beliefs. During certain stages of sleep, your brain is actually creating new neural pathways and strengthening the ones that support the thoughts you've been thinking most frequently. When you focus on abundance before sleep, you're literally rewiring your brain for prosperity. Sleep is also when your body repairs and regenerates itself. When you go to sleep with peaceful, abundant thoughts instead of financial worry, you allow your body to rest more deeply and heal more completely. This improved sleep quality gives you more energy and mental clarity during the day, which naturally helps you make better financial decisions and take more positive actions. The hours just before sleep are particularly powerful because your brain naturally shifts into a more receptive state as you become drowsy. This drowsy state, which researchers call the hypnagogic state, is when your mind is most open to suggestion and new programming. By placing your financial intentions under your pillow and reviewing them before sleep, you're taking advantage of this naturally receptive state. Many successful people throughout history have understood this principle and used bedtime as a time for positive programming. They would review their goals, visualize their success, or repeat affirmations as they drifted off to sleep, knowing that their subconscious would continue working with these positive ideas throughout the night. The physical act of placing something under your pillow creates a powerful anchor for your intentions. Every night, as you lift your pillow and place your abundance notes underneath, you're creating a ritual that signals to your subconscious that this transformation is important to you. You're making a physical commitment to your financial growth that goes beyond just thinking positive thoughts. This ritual also helps you end each day with focus on abundance rather than lack. Instead of falling asleep worried about bills or financial problems, you're falling asleep connected to your vision of prosperity and wealth. This shift in your final thoughts of the day can dramatically change the quality of your sleep and the energy you wake up with each morning. Over time, this practice begins to change not just your thoughts about money, but your entire relationship with abundance. You start to expect good things to happen financially. You begin to notice opportunities that you might have missed before. You feel more confident about money and more capable of creating the wealth you desire. The beautiful thing about working with your subconscious during sleep is that the changes happen gently and naturally. You don't have to force yourself to believe new things about money or struggle to overcome limiting beliefs. You simply plant the seeds of abundance in your subconscious through this nightly practice, and then trust your inner wisdom to nurture those seeds into full bloom. Tonight, when you place your carefully chosen words and intentions under your pillow, you're beginning a powerful partnership with your subconscious mind. You're enlisting the help of the most creative, capable part of yourself in creating the financial abundance you deserve. And while you sleep peacefully, this incredible inner resource will be working on your behalf, opening pathways to prosperity that you may never have thought possible. Now let's talk about what exactly you're going to place under your pillow tonight. This isn't about magic objects or mystical talismans. It's about creating meaningful, intentional items that carry the energy of abundance and prosperity into your sleeping hours. The power comes not from the physical items themselves, but from the love, intention, and positive energy you put into creating them. The first thing you'll want to prepare is a piece of paper with your personal abundance affirmations written on it. These should be statements that feel good to you, statements that you can believe or at least want to believe. They might sound like, "Money flows to me easily and frequently," or "I am worthy of financial abundance," or "I attract prosperity in all areas of my life." Write these affirmations in your own handwriting because there's something powerful about the physical act of writing out your intentions. As you write each affirmation, really feel the words. Don't just copy them mechanically. Let yourself connect with the meaning behind each statement. When you write, "I am worthy of financial abundance," pause and let that truth sink in. You are worthy. You deserve to live comfortably and securely. You deserve to have your needs met and your dreams fulfilled. Feel that worthiness as you write. Another powerful item to place under your pillow is a gratitude list focused on abundance. Write down everything you can think of that you're grateful for in your financial life, no matter how small it might seem. Include gratitude for the money you have right now, for your ability to earn money, for the financial blessings you've received in the past, and for the abundance that's coming to you in the future. You might also want to include a small symbol of abundance, perhaps a coin, a crystal, or even a small piece of jewelry that represents prosperity to you. The specific item doesn't matter as much as the meaning you give it. Choose something that makes you feel abundant when you look at it, something that reminds you of your connection to the unlimited wealth of the universe. Some people like to include a picture or image that represents their financial goals. This might be a photo of a beautiful home, a vacation destination, or simply an image that symbolizes financial freedom to them. When you look at this image before placing it under your pillow, let yourself feel the joy and satisfaction of already having achieved these goals. Feel the gratitude for the abundance that's flowing toward you. You could also write out a specific financial goal or intention, something concrete that you want to manifest in your life. This might be paying off a debt, saving a certain amount of money, or creating a new income stream. Write this goal as if it's already happened. I am so grateful that I have easily paid off my credit card debt. Or, I am thrilled to have saved $10,000. Writing your goals in the past tense, as if they've already been achieved, helps your subconscious mind accept them as real possibilities. Before you place any of these items under your pillow, take a moment to hold them in your hands and infuse them with your positive energy. Close your eyes and visualize golden light flowing from your heart into these items, charging them with your intention for greater abundance. Feel your love and gratitude flowing into them. This step transforms ordinary pieces of paper into powerful tools for transformation. The key to making this ritual truly effective is the energy and intention you bring to it. When you place these items under your pillow, you're not just putting paper under a pillow, you're making a sacred commitment to yourself and your financial future. You're saying to the universe, I am ready to receive abundance. I am open to prosperity. I am worthy of financial blessings. Each night, as you perform this ritual, you're reinforcing your commitment to abundance and strengthening your connection to prosperity consciousness. You're creating a consistent practice that signals to your subconscious mind that financial abundance is a priority in your life. This consistency is what creates lasting change and real transformation. Some nights you might want to change what you place under your pillow, adding new affirmations or updating your goals as your financial situation evolves. Other nights you might want to keep the same items, allowing their energy to build and strengthen over time. Trust your intuition about what feels right for you each night. There's no wrong way to do this practice as long as you're doing it with love and positive intention. The most important thing is that whatever you place under your pillow feels meaningful and inspiring to you. These items should make you feel hopeful, abundant, and connected to your highest financial potential. They should remind you of your worthiness and your ability to create the prosperous life you desire. As you prepare your pillow ritual tonight, remember that you're not just hoping for change, you're actively creating it. You're participating in the ancient and powerful practice of setting intentions and allowing your subconscious mind to work with those intentions while you sleep. You're joining the ranks of successful, abundant people who understand that prosperity begins in the mind and heart before it manifests in the physical world. Along with your pillow ritual, there are specific affirmations that can help you rewire your subconscious mind for wealth and prosperity. These affirmations work best when you say them with feeling, really connecting with the words and allowing yourself to believe, even if just for a moment, that they're already true in your life. I am a magnet for money and abundance. This affirmation helps you recognize that you have the power to attract wealth into your life. You're not a victim of circumstances or bad luck. You're a powerful creator who can draw prosperity toward you through your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Money comes to me easily and frequently. This statement helps dissolve the belief that money is hard to come by or that you have to struggle to earn it. Money is simply energy, and like any energy, it can flow to you naturally and effortlessly when you're aligned with abundance. I deserve to live abundantly and prosper. So many people struggle with feeling worthy of financial success. This affirmation helps heal those deep-seated beliefs about deserving and reminds you that abundance is your birthright, not something you have to earn through suffering or sacrifice. I am grateful for the abundance that flows to me. Gratitude is one of the most powerful attractors of wealth. When you're genuinely grateful for the money and abundance in your life, you create a magnetic field that draws even more prosperity toward you. I use money wisely and for the highest good. This affirmation helps release any guilt or shame you might feel about wanting money. When you commit to using your wealth in positive ways, you align yourself with the highest vibration of prosperity. Every day, in every way, I am becoming more prosperous. This affirmation acknowledges that wealth building is a process and that you're consistently moving in the direction of greater abundance. It helps you stay patient and positive during the journey. I am open to receiving money from multiple sources. This statement expands your thinking beyond just one source of income and helps you recognize that the universe has unlimited ways to bring abundance into your life. I release all resistance to money and welcome it into my life. Sometimes we unconsciously push money away through old beliefs or fears. This affirmation helps you let go of any blocks to prosperity and create space for wealth to enter your experience. When you speak these affirmations, don't just recite them mechanically. Really feel the words. Let them sink into your heart and your being. If an affirmation feels too big or unbelievable, modify it slightly until it feels more accessible. The goal is to find statements that feel both positive and believable to you. You can say these affirmations throughout the day, but they're particularly powerful right before sleep when your subconscious mind is most receptive. As you repeat them, visualize yourself living abundantly. See yourself feeling financially secure and free. Feel the joy and relief that comes with having plenty of money to meet your needs and fulfill your dreams. Some people like to write their affirmations as well as speak them. There's something powerful about writing out positive statements about money in your own handwriting. It makes the affirmations feel more personal and helps anchor them more deeply in your subconscious mind. Remember that affirmations work best when they're combined with aligned action. As you repeat these positive statements about money, also be open to taking inspired action toward your financial goals. When opportunities arise, when you feel guided to make a financial decision, or when you notice a chance to create more abundance, trust that guidance and take appropriate action. The key is consistency. Affirmations don't work overnight, but when you repeat them regularly with genuine feeling and belief, they begin to reshape your subconscious programming around money. Over time, you'll find that your automatic thoughts about money become more positive, your feelings about abundance become more natural, and your actions around money become more aligned with prosperity. As you include these affirmations in your pillow ritual tonight, know that you're not just speaking words, you're speaking new life into your financial reality. You're declaring your intention to live abundantly, and the universe is listening and responding to your declaration. Creating lasting financial abundance requires more than just the pillow ritual and affirmations, though these practices create a powerful foundation. There are simple daily practices that can support your wealth attraction and help you maintain the abundance mindset you're cultivating through your nighttime work. Start each morning with a moment of gratitude for the money you have, even if it's not as much as you'd like. Before you get out of bed, think of at least 3 things you're grateful for in your financial life. This could be having a roof over your head, food to eat, or simply the ability to earn money. This morning gratitude practice sets a positive tone for your entire day and helps you stay connected to abundance rather than lack. Mirror work is another powerful practice for healing your relationship with money. Look into your own eyes in the mirror and say positive things about your financial worthiness. You might say, "I love you and you deserve abundance," or "You are worthy of financial success," or "I'm proud of you for taking steps toward prosperity." This practice helps heal the deep-seated beliefs about worthiness that often block financial abundance. Many people find it uncomfortable to look themselves in the eye and speak positively about money, which is exactly why this practice is so important. The discomfort reveals where you have work to do. With consistent practice, mirror work becomes easier and more natural, and your self-worth around money begins to improve. Keep a daily abundance journal where you write down all the ways abundance showed up in your life that day. This doesn't just mean money. Include gifts, compliments, opportunities, beautiful experiences, acts of kindness, and anything else that felt abundant to you. This practice trains your mind to notice abundance everywhere, which naturally attracts more of it into your experience. In your abundance journal, also write down any financial wins, no matter how small. Maybe you found a coupon that saved you money, received an unexpected refund, or discovered a great deal on something you needed. Celebrating these small financial victories helps your subconscious mind recognize that money is flowing to you regularly. Practice visualization for a few minutes each day, seeing yourself living the financially abundant life you desire. Don't just visualize having money. Visualize what that money allows you to do and experience. See yourself feeling relaxed and secure about your finances. Visualize yourself being generous with others, pursuing your dreams, and living without financial stress. Make your visualizations as detailed and sensory as possible. What does financial freedom feel like in your body? What does your abundant life look like? What sounds do you hear? What smells do you notice? What textures do you feel? The more real you can make these visualizations, the more powerfully they program your subconscious mind for abundance. Pay attention to your money conversations throughout the day. Notice when you're speaking about money from lack. "I can't afford that," "Money is tight," "I'm broke," and consciously choose more abundant language. "I'm choosing not to spend money on that right now," "I'm being mindful with my money," "I'm managing my resources wisely." The words you speak about money create your reality around money. Take inspired action toward your financial goals. This might mean applying for a better job, starting a side business, investing in your education, or simply organizing your finances. The key is to take action that feels inspired and aligned rather than forced or desperate. When you combine positive thinking with aligned action, you create powerful momentum toward abundance. Practice acts of generosity, even when money feels tight. This doesn't mean being irresponsible with your finances, but rather finding small ways to be generous with your time, energy, or resources. Generosity creates a flow of abundance that naturally returns to you multiplied. End each day by reviewing your financial goals and feeling gratitude for the progress you're making, even if it's not as fast as you'd like. Acknowledge yourself for the steps you've taken toward abundance and set positive intentions for the following day. This practice helps you maintain momentum and stay connected to your financial vision. These daily practices work synergistically with your pillow ritual to create a complete abundance lifestyle. They help you stay aligned with prosperity consciousness throughout your waking hours, while your nighttime practice works on the deeper subconscious level. Together, they create a powerful system for attracting and maintaining financial abundance. Even as you work on creating more abundance in your life, it's normal to encounter resistance, blocks, and old fears that surface along the way. Understanding these common obstacles and knowing how to work with them gently is an important part of your prosperity journey. One of the most common blocks to wealth is the fear of success itself. While this might seem contradictory, many people are actually afraid of what will happen if they become wealthy. They worry that success will change them, that people will expect too much from them, or that they won't be able to handle the responsibility that comes with prosperity. If you notice resistance to your abundance practices, explore whether fear of success might be playing a role. Another common block is fear of failure. Some people avoid taking steps toward financial abundance because they're afraid of trying and not succeeding. They'd rather stay in a familiar, though uncomfortable, financial situation than risk disappointment. This fear often comes from past experiences where financial goals weren't achieved, creating a protective mechanism that actually prevents future success. Guilt around wanting money is another major block for many people. They've been taught that wanting money is selfish or that good people shouldn't focus on material things. This guilt creates internal conflict that sabotages financial success. Remember that money is simply a tool that allows you to take care of yourself and serve others more effectively. There's nothing selfish about wanting to live comfortably and securely. Some people carry ancestral patterns around money that have been passed down through generations. If your family has a history of financial struggle, you might unconsciously feel disloyal to your heritage by becoming prosperous. You might worry that financial success will separate you from your roots or make you different from your family. These generational patterns can be healed by recognizing that your prosperity can actually honor your ancestors by breaking negative cycles and creating new positive patterns for future generations. Perfectionism can also block financial abundance. Some people wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect plan, or the perfect moment to start building wealth. But perfection doesn't exist, and waiting for it keeps you stuck in inaction. Progress is more important than perfection when it comes to creating financial abundance. When you encounter resistance or blocks, approach them with curiosity and compassion rather than judgment. Ask yourself what this resistance is trying to protect you from. What fear or old belief is underneath the block? Once you understand the root of the resistance, you can address it with love and patience. Use gentle techniques to work with resistance. If you notice fear coming up around money, breathe deeply and remind yourself that you're safe to explore new financial possibilities. If guilt arises, remind yourself that your prosperity allows you to contribute more to the world. If old family patterns surface, send love to your ancestors while affirming your right to create a different financial reality. Sometimes resistance shows up as skepticism about abundance practices. Your logical mind might dismiss affirmations as wishful thinking or question whether the pillow ritual can really work. This skepticism is normal and doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. Simply acknowledge these doubts without fighting them and continue with your practices anyway. Over time, as you begin to see results, the skepticism will naturally diminish. Remember that healing your relationship with money is a process, not a destination. There will be days when you feel completely aligned with abundance, and other days when old fears and limitations resurface. This is completely normal and part of the journey. Be patient with yourself and trust that each time you choose an abundant thought over a limiting one, you're making real progress. The key is to keep moving forward despite the blocks and resistance. Don't let fear or old patterns stop you from creating the financial abundance you deserve. Use your daily practices and your pillow ritual to consistently feed your mind with positive, abundant thoughts. Over time, these new thoughts will become stronger than the old limiting beliefs, and your external financial reality will begin to reflect your internal transformation. Your blocks and resistance are not signs that you're broken or that abundance isn't possible for you. They're simply old programs that are ready to be updated. With patience, compassion, and consistency, you can heal these blocks and create a clear pathway for prosperity to flow into your life. Now, my dear friend, as we come to the end of our time together tonight, I want you to know how proud I am of you for taking this step toward creating more abundance in your life. By simply being here, by opening your heart and mind to new possibilities, you've already begun the transformation process. You've already started to shift your energy from lack to abundance, from fear to hope, from limitation to possibility. The journey toward financial abundance isn't always easy, but it's always worth it, not just because of the money itself, but because of who you become in the process. As you heal your relationship with money, you're also healing your relationship with yourself. As you learn to believe in your worthiness to receive abundance, you're also learning to believe in your worth as a human being. This inner transformation is the greatest treasure of all. Tonight, when you place your carefully chosen items under your pillow, you're not just performing a ritual, you're making a sacred commitment to yourself and your future. You're declaring to the universe that you're ready to receive the abundance that has always been your birthright. You're choosing to align yourself with the prosperous, generous nature of life itself. Trust the process, even when you can't see immediate results. Your subconscious mind is working even when your conscious mind doubts. Seeds of abundance are being planted in the fertile soil of your sleeping mind, and with consistent nurturing through your daily practices, these seeds will grow into the beautiful harvest of prosperity you desire. Remember that you're not alone on this journey. The universe is conspiring to help you succeed. Your angels and guides are supporting your efforts. The abundant nature of life itself is on your side, wanting to express through you in wonderful, prosperous ways. You have more support than you realize, and you're more capable than you know. Be patient with yourself as you practice these new ways of thinking about money. Some days will feel more abundant than others, and that's perfectly normal. What matters is your commitment to consistently choose thoughts and practices that support your prosperity rather than your limitations. Every night, as you prepare for sleep with your abundance intentions, you're taking one more step toward the financially free life you deserve. Every morning, as you wake up with gratitude for your blessings, you're opening yourself to receive even more. Every day, as you practice thinking abundantly rather than scarcely, you're rewiring your brain for wealth and success. Your prosperous life is not just a dream, it's a reality that's already being created through your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and your actions. The money you desire, the security you crave, the freedom you long for, all of these are already on their way to you. Your job is simply to stay aligned with abundance and remain open to receiving the blessings that are flowing toward you. So place your intentions under your pillow tonight with confidence and joy. Close your eyes knowing that your subconscious mind is about to begin a beautiful night's work on your behalf. Rest peacefully in the knowledge that you are worthy of all the abundance life has to offer. And wake up tomorrow ready to take inspired action toward the financially abundant life that is your destiny. The universe loves you, prosperity is your birthright, and your abundant life begins now. Sweet dreams, my dear friend, and may your pillow be filled with golden dreams of all the wealth and abundance that's coming your way.